In Mexico, the population of 15 years old has a 9.1 school average, what means a bit more of middle school completed. In 2015, men's scholarship average was a bit higher than women's. In the state of Mexico, of each 100 people of 15 years old and more, 4 do not have school average, 52.1 have primary education completed, 25 completed the high school, 17.9 completed the university, and 0.2 do not specify. In Mexico, 6 people of every 100 that are 15 years old or older do not know how to read or write. In the state of Mexico, this number is of 3 people. Not only the lack of education can lead to unemployment, it can also lead to drugs, obesity, crime involvement, and poverty. These are images of public schools in Mexico, and here is where Marina Valdespino has been working for 40 years.
We are here today with Mariana Valdespino and we are going to ask her many questions about the primary school in this community.
In the past few years, how many of your students had left the school?
In the last decade, there was this problem of school dropout in this zone of Otzolatepec, and it's very common this problem in kindergarten level, especially first and second grade, also in third grade. But in this last case, the students came back and resumed their activities, and of course, it was allowed to do that, because that wasn't the reason to give up school. Because we knew that the main reason was their parents' job needing the children's help in the fields, or maybe they had to go out and sell the handicrafts and homemade pottery. So this situation happened during the school year and the kids didn't come to the classes. Very few students with case finished their school. Here in this area for the parents is more important their jobs than the school of their son.
What do you consider as the principal facts of the school quitting?
I think that the principal is the economical situation. Especially in this area of the state of Mexico, there still exists the idea that it's more important to work than attending school activities. This doesn't happen in urban places from this area. The good economical situation of their parents allow their children to start the school year and finish it. And if they don't assist, maybe it is because they get...
Do you know any specific case in which the lack of support was the reason of the school abandon?
A unique case in which the lack of support was the reason of the school abandon. I am a witness of many cases in this place. Loads and loads of cases were because of this. This is something very common. About elementary school, that doesn't happen in first, second, and maybe third grade because the kids can go by themselves. But what happens with the guys from 4th to 6th grade, they have to help their parents, so they abandon school, all these in rural areas, because in urban areas it's not happening anymore, and if it happens it's less than in the other cases.
And finally, do programs exist among the students and the government to eradicate this problem?
It does exist a program among the students and the government to eradicate school dropout. The government is now worried with a new educational reform which says that in every school, urban or rural, we have to work in group. Teachers have to organize their councils, and in them they have to talk about any student who has this problem or even 5 more problems. But between teachers they have to fix this situation. How do they do it? They work as a team. The principal is supporting them. They make an appointment with the parents, they explain them the importance of assisting to school, and also they invite them to participate and be conscious that the primary education is obligatory and important for each Mexican. Another way to solve this is visiting their home to know if this is happening, why the student is not going to school. Because nowadays it's not only the economy, it's because they are sick. The academic level they have is not enough, or they are not well prepared in matter of Spanish classes. All of this could be a reason. The school is free as well as obligatory, so I think it's very important that every Mexican must know this, that education is the only thing that can change the world. If we start with this, our country will change and every single problem is going to be solved.